Aquarius, and welcome to my channel Inspiring Life Changes. My name's Colette and I'm here today to do a reading for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Aquarius. If you don't know where those placements are, there will be a free natal link for an astrology chart in the description box down below for you to go and check them out. Because this is just a general read, it's not going to resonate with all you Aquarians out there. Another good reason to check out your natal chart and possibly see where the messages may lie within the other placements of the moon, the rising, and particularly Venus at this time, because this is a Venus retrograde reading that I am focusing my attention on here. It's kind of a follow-on from the readings I did previously that were question mark, well, you and question mark. And so this time I thought I would go a little bit deeper into the actual Venus retrograde energy itself and see what is going on in your lives. So also you cross-watchers out there who are interested in Aquarius, in a relationship with an Aquarius, or have been in a relationship with an Aquarius, you may also want to check out your natal chart as well to find out your placements, because your messages may also be in one of the other readings that I have done as well, or will be doing in the future. So what I've done with these readings is the same as what I did with the other readings. If you've checked out any of my previous readings, I've separated the cups from one deck of cards, and the deck of cards I've used this time is the Mythic tarot here. And you here have got the King of Cups, which also came out yesterday for the Capricorn reading. I think it was the Capricorn reading, which is yet to go up, but is uploading as we speak. So you may also want to check out that reading, because the same card has come out for you, which I find is quite interesting. You may also, if you are cusp Aquarians, which means that you will be at the end of the Capricorn sign, around about 29 degrees something, you may feel that your energy kind of bleeds over into the Capricorn side as well. Or if you are the other end and you are kind of more the 29 degrees of sorry, if you're at the beginning end of Aquarius, you may feel that your energy, if it's at 0 point, is more likely to be also the previous sign, which is the Capricorn sign, and the Aquarius sign is the 29 degrees going into the sign of Pisces as well. So you may also want to check out both of those readings if you're one end or the other of Aquarius. Getting myself confused here. Which is a sign of the Mercury retrograde that is yet to come, but has actually, Mercury is going retrograde today, so there's going to be a lot more confusion coming up in our lives. But at the moment I'm focusing, this is a Venus retrograde. So the King of Cups energy for me today, I was kind of drawn to the fact that he has this instrument in his hand. King of Cups relates to the water signs, so it's going to be Cancer, Pisces energy and Scorpio energy, very intuitive, very feeling, very kind of sensitive. You may be feeling this way yourselves at the moment, Aquarius. You may be feeling a little bit sensitive to things. You may feel that things are kind of overwhelming you in a way as well. The King of Cups can find himself overwhelmed by his emotions. They are incredibly feeling, intuitive characters. So this could be relating to you as a person, or this could be relating to an energy that is around you at the time. Or you could yourself have a lot of water actually within your natal chart as well, which is always another good reason to check out your natal chart and to find out where your own signs are in which element. But yeah, as I was saying, the kind of the music for me today, I was quite drawn to this instrument, this lyre that he's playing here. And it could be that somebody is very musically talented. And maybe somebody turns to music when they're feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Maybe music, they say, does soothe the soul as well, so there may be elements of this here. I feel there is a very creative energy though at the moment. This is what's coming through for me. There's the creativity. It could be music, it could be art, but there's a real strong creative drive behind this energy today. So somebody may be feeling like they need to express themselves, maybe creatively, musically, with art. But that's kind of what I'm feeling from this card today. So I'm going to use one deck of cards for yourself, Aquarius, in this reading, and I'm just going to quickly draw that curtain over because it's getting a little glary there. Okay, so one deck of cards for yourself, and the other deck of cards is going to be for the cross watcher here. But in saying that, that doesn't mean that the energies won't be swapped over. So although I'm going to say this is your deck of cards, Aquarius, you may feel that it's not making sense to your story and that you find your message more within the other deck of cards, and vice versa. So however it resonates, just take it. King of Cups, because it's a king, it doesn't mean that it has to be a masculine energy. It just means that there's a maturity within this energy. It's an energy that has kind of been allowed to grow emotionally. Usually the King of Cups will be somebody, especially when he's upright, somebody who's quite in control of their emotions. Even though they may become overwhelmed by their emotions, they don't necessarily show that they're overwhelmed by their emotions. Also, somebody who is, or an energy that is very considerate of other people, very thoughtful, very kind, sometimes to the detriment of themselves. Again, that doesn't necessarily have to be I'm kind of getting a feeling of somebody who puts everybody else in front of themselves in many ways here. But you have as your first card the Fool, and the Fool here is in reverse. So this is about something that hasn't been allowed to move forward. Hasn't been allowed to start. It's the Fool talks about a new beginning. The Fool talks about a start of a new cycle in our lives. It comes after the World, which is the ending and the beginning. The Fool has no number. So the journey of the Fool is literally the journey of us through the major arcana cards. But again, I'm drawn to this instrument here. So I feel as though there is something musically, maybe somebody's holding back on being expressive. Maybe somebody wants to express themselves through art, poetry, music. There is a feeling here that somebody hasn't been allowed to fully, maybe even develop that side of their own nature here, that something has kind of inhibited this. The Fool is searching or looking or wanting something new to arise from this period, from this time. And this is about Venus retrograde, of course, but Venus is also to do with, not always just about relationships. Venus is also to do with our values as well. Why we value something, what we value. Is it worth putting our time and our energy into something? Are we going to be disappointed if we do? And I'm kind of picking that up with this Fool energy today, especially as it's just come out with this as your challenging card here, the Two of Earth. Over the top here, it is this kind of sense of, I feel kind of questioning, kind of like, do I, don't I, do I want to put my time and my energy and my effort into this? Is it worth trying to start this new beginning with this idea or this person, this situation? So there's a sense here of needing to kind of find balance. Again, just because it's Earth or Pentacles, it doesn't mean that it has to be about finances or money. This can also be about, as I was saying, value. And I feel that this is more about value. And also, I feel as though it's about self-value. How much do you value yourself? How far are you prepared to... what's the words I'm looking for here? How far are you prepared to go down this path, if you like, without finding your own value within it? And if you look closely at this card here as well, this coin here always looks to me as though it's got more kind of shine about it. It's like it kind of has more value to it in that sense, whereas this one is kind of much more, not quite as, it's not as in the light as much, it's not quite as attractive. And I don't mean that in a physical sense of attractive, I mean that more in a kind of sense of like value attractive. So there could be here, Aquarius, a situation where you are being asked, you know, where are you going to put your time and your energy and your effort? Again, the Two of Earth came out yesterday for, I believe it was the Capricorn reading, but I could be wrong. It could have been the Sagittarius reading that I did previous to that. So let's see what's in your head about this situation, Aquarius. Where is your head at when it comes to this situation? And at the moment, I'm not really picking up a particular vibe of it being about somebody else involved in this. It feels more like that this is about Aquarius kind of energy for themselves, like Aquarian. We have the moon. The moon is in your head. It's a sense of I feel a sense of something no longer making sense that maybe previously did, but now it doesn't. Even though it's upside down, and it kind of feels to me a little bit like this. like this coin here. The moon also can relate to things that are not revealed yet, secrets that are kind of, so it feels as though you don't have all the information about something here. You're feeling as though you don't have enough information maybe to actually start this new beginning, that you're still needing more input, you're still needing more information in order to be able to trust where it is that it's taking you. So you're kind of hesitant about actually taking that path at this moment in time. You don't know where it's going to lead you, which is part of the thing about the Fool, is basically trusting your feelings and your instincts, which this card is also very much about. The moon energy, the intuition, it's the feminine kind of knowing something, just trusting deeply, those instinctual, it's similar to like a mother and a child type energy. It's like, you know, the mother kind of knows her child, and so she trusts her instincts. Because the moon can also represent the kind of womb energy as well, kind of something that's incubating, something that's growing, something that's maybe not ready yet to be revealed. So whether this is actually around a pregnancy, for some Aquarians out there, this could be about a pregnancy. I think something, I seem to remember another reading for Aquarius that was kind of about pregnancy and of it being a bit of a shock, if I remember rightly. It wasn't something that was expected. But it doesn't have to be about pregnancy. It can also be about an idea. It can also be about something that is kind of gestating within you, something that you're kind of bringing into fruition, but you're not necessarily fully like at this moment in time, you don't have all the information that you need. So with the moon, there can also be an element of feeling like things are a little bit crazy as well, because you're trying to make sense of something. And when you try to make sense of something where you don't have all the information, you tend to, or we tend to, as a human race, try and kind of fit the pieces together. But we don't know for a fact that that's exactly how things are. So we can kind of tend to drive ourselves a little bit insane with that, because there's no definite, and that's what I'm feeling with this card. There's no definite at this time in your life. There is no definite path. There is no definite, it's like you're having to make decisions here, but there's nothing definite about any of this energy at this time. And you have the Empress in reverse here. And this is the energy that you have been working with or working through here. Again, this could also be to do with female mothering, energy. The Empress for me always relates to Mother Earth. Again, it relates to the kind of the womb energy, the earth being permanently pregnant with potential, always kind of ready to feed us, nurture us, care for us, which again is that female quality, that female energy, but it is in reverse here. So for some of you Aquarians, going back to the other reading that I did, which is on my playlist, if you haven't seen it and if you're interested in going and checking it out, I think it was about 3 readings back, including this one, and then the one that I did for question mark and you and question mark, and I think it might have been the reading previous to that, where I did talk about this kind of shocked mother, like finding out that you were going to become a mother and being completely kind of shocked, blown away by it. So for some of you Aquarians, this could still relate to that energy that you're still in, but you're kind of working with it, you're working through it. but it is still in reverse. So there is still this kind of, I feel this, and again, because, you know, it's very feminine energy here. Both of these cards, very feminine energy. But that doesn't mean that it's just about women. It can also be to do with the man finding out that his partner is also expecting, and that can also be the same kind of energy here. Emotions, a lot of emotions around the issue. It can also relate to somebody who, when it comes to a relationship, who kind of ticks all your boxes, who you kind of put on a pedestal, somebody who you see as being kind of out of your league in a way, but they represent everything that you want in a relationship, everything that you have kind of said to yourself, this is what I need in order to have a relationship with somebody. But at the same time, because this person kind of in some way seems unattainable, you don't actually allow yourself to approach this person. And it could also just, for some Aquarians, be bringing up a lot of mothering, like a lot of past mother energy, your own mother, grandparents, sisters, aunts, working through that kind of female repression, even for some of you. You could also be kind of maybe becoming aware of how the female energy has been repressed through a very strong patriarchal system for a long time. Or some of you may even be trying to express that side of yourself. Some of you may be feeling the need to express your very female repressed energy here in a form of maybe feminism as well. A feeling that things are out of balance, maybe also in the world, on the planet. Could also even be activist energy here as well. Somebody who feels very strongly about the things that are happening to the planet today. Which again is very Venus retrograde energy, because Venus, of course, is the feminine energy like the moon. And when Venus goes retrograde, it kind of brings up a lot of that feminine, that feminine energy within us, male and female, because we all have Venus somewhere in our charts. It will be in a placement somewhere, so it can also be highlighting those female issues for you at this time. Because I'm not really getting the feeling that this is about a relationship as such. Not yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we have the other cards, because this is a double reading. So what's below for you here, Aquarius? What's in your subconscious with this connection, with this emotional and energetic connection that you have here? What is this energetic and emotional connection about? There's just so very many, with the Fool, the Moon, the King of Cups, there's just a lot of emotion I feel around this at the moment. We have the Ace of Earth in reverse, which I feel is this kind of new opportunity, this new... The aces are always a new opportunity. When they come in as a energy, they need direction, they need to go into something, otherwise the energy can literally kind of just filter out if it's not manifested into something. And again, it's to do with the physical realm, the pentacles. You've got the ace and the two, which again is interesting. I mean, I have completely shuffled these cards, and when I shuffle my cards, I put them on the table and I swirl them around everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I don't do the flicky thing. I kind of swirl my cards around everywhere, so they get a really good shuffle. And yet these cards have come out exactly the same as I think it was the Sagittarius reading. I don't think this was the Capricorn reading. I think this is the Sagittarius reading. So you may be dealing with the Sagittarius. You may be having a lot of Sagittarius energy in your own makeup. You may want to check out the Sagittarius reading because both of these cards came out. But again, for me today, what I'm picking up with this is this kind of... It's opportunity, but it was an opportunity that wasn't necessarily what you wanted, or what you were looking for, or what you were hoping for, or what you wanted, what you wanted it to be. And I'm kind of drawn to this energy down here rather than this stag here. I'm kind of drawn to this here. And for me, it kind of looks like something that's imprinted on something. And I'm getting this energy of this, of pregnancy. I'm getting this energy of something that's coming in that wasn't necessarily... You can see it there. It's kind of this, there you go. You can kind of see it imprinted on this rock. And for me, it's kind of representing today, this rock is kind of representing the womb, the kind of earth energy. And it's come out with the Ten of Fire, and the Ten of Fire is up the right way. The Ten of Fire is the ending, it's the completion. So you've got the beginning with this ace here, an opportunity, and then you've got this completion energy of this fire, this passion, this kind of driving. And it reminds me of this moon energy today, of you kind of looking for answers, of not having all the information that you need, and you've been kind of, that's been like a mission, you've been on this mission of trying to find out all the information that you need about this. And again, it kind of reminds me of this circle here as well, this circle. It's like something in circles, cycles. The Empress can also relate to cycles as well, cycles of time, of kind of waiting for the right time for things to happen. The earth runs on cycles, spring, summer, autumn, winter, times to plant, times to reap. And we can't make something happen before the time is ready. So that's what I'm picking up here for you today, Aquarius. And this little green, there's like this little green gem at the very centre of that as well, which is kind of looking to me almost like this kind of something, this new energy coming in, it's new energy. And it just has, for me, it just has this kind of, with this gold, almost like a gold towel. It almost looks like a sperm and an egg for me today. like this gold sperm kind of meeting this green egg. And that doesn't necessarily have to actually be a pregnancy as such. It can be an idea as well. It can be something that's kind of like two people coming together to create a new idea. And one person fires the other one's enthusiasm about it, maybe. But it's interesting how it jumps from the Ace of the Earth to the Ten of Fire here. The Ten of Fire being the kind of passion and the drive and the kind of sexual energy behind it as well. But also this kind of feeling of this mission, of being on this mission, of kind of needing information, needing to find the answers. And maybe with this Empress card here as well, like just not feeling ready. Just not feeling ready, just feeling maybe that it wasn't the right time. And this kind of came out previously, like I was saying, in another Aquarius reading. I'm sure I've kind of had the same kind of and I think even this card came out, because I think last time I may have kind of made this joke about it being twins even. Kind of, it kind of resonates with me that I did that last time. So there may even be this kind of, it's bizarre how this kind of is same energy is kind of coming around again. Aquarius. There's Two of Earth. It's your obstacle, your challenge. Possibly even to accept that this is your new world, your new destiny, your new future. And there could be some of you out there who are also single, pregnancy parents, and you're feeling quite alone. With this stag, he always reminds me of somebody who's very kind of independent. When he's up this way, it's a very strong, independent kind of energy. But when he's in reverse, it kind of feels to me kind of more of a forlorn type of energy of somebody who's alone, but they may not necessarily want to be alone. And you also have the Eight of Water, which has come out in reverse here, Aquarius. Which implies that there is something happening here where somebody is walking away from a situation. The Eight of Water, Eight of Cups. In reverse. Yeah, somebody's walking away from this situation. But when they do that, what I'm seeing here are these rays very strongly, kind of, they're directed straight onto you. And it's almost like something else is coming in here as you walk away from whatever it is you're needing to leave behind. Maybe even a past. As I was saying, maybe it even relates to this energy here. Like this is your past, this is your future. And this is you coming to terms with having to walk away from that past. And what you thought that past was going to be. But when you do that, which is going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge because it's in reverse, so it's not an easy step for you to take here, Aquarius. But when you do, I feel as though something kind of like divinely sent or heaven sent, it's like something is coming in very strongly. It's kind of going to take you, possibly even on this energy here, possibly like to do this new path. So this King of Cups energy could also be about you needing to kind of sit back and take stock. I just feel a lot of emotion around this issue. So let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I don't normally do this, but we have two water cards that have come out here. We have the Messenger of Water here, which just kind of happened to be laying there. So I'm going to read it as, and I kind of see it as this energy that's coming in. This kind of, I also see it as this little new being, shall we say, of you kind of waking up to this message, waking up to this new new change in your life. Again, it doesn't have to be a baby. This can be something else. This can be to do with a, like I said, an idea, a creative process that you're going through. But there's a lot of emotion here. And we also have the Nine of Water here as well, which is kind of implying to me that you may not feel it at this time, but you are going to realise how precious this is. And what I find interesting in this card is that all these diamonds are kind of floating around about her, which are supposed to be, you know, of great value and great financial value and beauty and all the rest of it. But what she's doing is clutching very tightly to this key in her hand, almost like she's found the key to whatever the question was. And I feel that there's, like, you know, this seeking of information, this kind of asking, looking for something is coming through quite strongly in this reading. And so the key for me is representing that. And I feel as though it's because you've got the 8 here in reverse, and then it's followed, you've got this 9 here as well, which isn't an official card in your reading, but I'm reading it because it came out very strongly and it kind of shouted at me that it wanted to be a part of this. So I think what this is saying is during this Venus retrograde that you are actually realizing what is of value to you. What you thought was of value to you is no longer of the same value. Your values have changed, your values have shifted, your values have kind of taken a 180-degree turn, is what I'm kind of feeling here. And this energy, as I was talking about here, that I was kind of being drawn to, with these rays that are kind of directed right at you, is this energy here. This is you realizing something is so much more important. So let's continue and let's see what the energy is of this other person here. A person that you have an energetic connection to. Oh, amazing. 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 I've got goosebumps. Goosebumps here. They too get the Fool, except this comes out upright. This is an upright energy. this is a new beginning on a much deeper level for this person. And I'm going to say something here which is going to be quite controversial, and you can completely ignore it. But I feel that this could even be the energetically that you're dealing with for some of you if this is a pregnancy. It's covered by the Five of Pentacles. So this is the challenge, and the challenge is to bring it out of the cold. I kind of feel that it's kind of saying to me that there's this energy of something being pushed out of your energetic field, if you like, is what I'm kind of picking up here. This is being pushed out of your energetic field because you're not wanting to accept it. You're not wanting to... Again, this doesn't have to be to do with a baby. For some of you, I think it is. For some of you, and I got goosebumps when that thought went through my head earlier. I got goosebumps, and I think for some of you, this is that new beginning here. This is the energy that is coming in. But the challenge here is to bring it out, to bring it in, to bring it in from the cold, to stop isolating this energy, to stop isolating yourself in many ways as well, with this Ace of Earth down here. As I was saying, this could also be this energy of isolation. Some of you may be feeling guilty as well here with the Five of Pentacles. Some of you may be feeling that you are not deserving of this new beginning. We have the Eight of Staves and the Queen of Pentacles in your head here, or this person has this energy in their head. Communication in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. Again, if you look at this energy here, it's right over the belly. I'm just really picking this up so strongly again, Aquarius, and I don't know where this is coming from because it just seems to be your energy at this time. So I feel maybe that even some of you here are holding back on this communication, or the other person who's involved in this is holding back on the communication because it does take two to create something, or to create a baby. It even takes two people often to create something like a business, something bigger. It can take more than just one person, but I feel that this is more to do with something very motherly, shall we say, because the Queen of Pentacles is also the kind of epitome of this energy here as well. She's like the lower level version of the Empress, if you like. It's the same kind of energy, that earthy, grounded, representing Mother Earth energy. And with this pentacle right over the stomach, right across her belly here. So with the Eight of Staves, it's kind of saying that somebody is not communicating this. They're not having a difficult time with this. If it was upright, it would be about energy that was free-flowing, things are kind of smooth, running easily. But when it's in reverse, it's the opposite. It's kind of saying that the energy is going out the way rather than in the way. but it's more like blockage. It's more like blockage, it's more like stagnation, it's more like a not going there. And again, this kind of moon energy, this kind of same right over the womb, which of course, you know, the moon is all kind of cycles of the moon rules the womb as well, shall we say. So what is the energy that this person has been working with, working through, trying to cope with, trying to deal with? What is the energy here for this person? So this could also be why the King of Cups is here and why this emotional kind of turmoil. Also possibly why I'm getting this feeling like the creativity, the artistic, the musical could also relate to something, this new beginning. Some of you, it may be involve a musician or somebody who plays music, or they're very artistic. And we also have the King of Fire here. So this was a very strong, I feel, very strong sexual attraction here with this energy, with the King. The wand I always find is a very kind of phallic symbol here as well. Again, this creative, fiery, passionate, to come out with the Empress energy. And I just feel as though on some level this has been about creating something. Again, it doesn't have to be male, it can be female energy. But I'm feeling it's much more about the feminine energy here. What's this card saying here? The Four of Pentacles. In the subconscious, we have the Four of Pentacles here. So this is about a situation of something that is being, the Four of Pentacles is about something that's being held on tightly to. Something that's being stopped from being allowed to it's like if you hold on to a certain amount of something, you don't make space for anything else. You can only hold a certain amount in your hands or your arms. It's like you can't, there's only a certain amount of space. So if you're kind of holding on to things, you can't let anything new in. And I do feel that it is about this because of the beginnings here as well. They also have this Fool card, this new beginning, this start of something. And you've also got the Five of Pentacles here as well. So you've got both the 4 and the 5 here. It goes from the 5 to the 4. Again, it's similar to this energy here, similar to this kind of holding this coin here. Very similar energy. And it may be that there is somebody here, I hate to say it, but there may be that this other person is not taking responsibility for this energy here. They're not taking responsibility for what they've created. And they're wanting, and I think I've spoken about this previously as well, that there was somebody, Aquarius, that was wanting to finish this pregnancy. Four can be a disappointment, it's challenge, it's difficult. The 5 is adversity, working through adversity, and it is the challenge here to bring something in out of the cold. And you've also got the 7, or they have got the 7. Interesting. Well, you've got the 8 of Cups here, they have the 7, so it's kind of saying that there's an awful lot of choice, or this person doesn't know what to choose. There's confusion here. There's a feeling of things just being too much, which I think is again this King of Cups energy. Too much emotion, too much overwhelming. Indecisiveness, indecision here. They don't know what to choose. It also reminds me of that card as well. I think it's gone now, but the Messenger. Oh, there we go. Straight away, straight to it. This kind of like just waking up and seeing what's in front of them. And that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting from this card. It's amazing. I just cut straight through, straight to that. That was the exact card that I was thinking of. So there is this state of confusion around this as you are kind of walking away. And I feel that you're walking away from this energy here. I feel that you're walking away from this person. You're walking away from their response, I think, to what's happening with you. And you're kind of saying enough, you know. You're kind of saying I'm not. That's not my journey. And there may be some of you that do decide that you're not ready for this. And I feel that even if you do decide that you're not going to turn you're not going to go back to what you had. That it is kind of like a wake-up call. Is what I'm feeling here. Kind of a wake-up call to this person, the way that they've kind of behaved. And they could also have been quite somebody who kind of, their reaction has been one of like, you know, you're messing up their life, their happiness. That it's kind of all about them. They've made it all about them. And they haven't been very supportive here either. With this 8 in reverse, I kind of feel that they haven't been very supportive here. You can see down in the corner as well, the sun is kind of hiding behind these clouds. And they don't know how to deal with it either. But that hasn't helped with their lack of support. So let's see, Aquarius, what the Moon Wisdom cards would like to say to you at this time. And I do get the feeling that the first set of cards, if that is your cards, Aquarius, are very much about you rather than you and somebody else. It's almost like this person is a second thought to you, kind of on the outskirts. Almost like you've got much more important, like I was saying earlier, more important things to focus your attention on here. Okay, what have we got? We've got 3 different cards. We've got Be Bold and Make the First Move, which is a cardinal moon, and we actually have a cardinal new moon just about to happen on the 21st of June. So that's interesting. We have Emotions Are Running High, Supermoon, which was kind of what I was getting earlier. I really did feel that the emotions are kind of overrunning things at this time. And we also got the North Node, Step Out of Your Comfort Zone. So you're going to obviously know what your comfort zone is, but I would kind of say that your comfort zone is the place where you have been used to being in, and now you're kind of going to be pushed into this new zone, shall we say, which is kind of moving you beyond what is familiar to you, what you kind of work easily with. Let's see what the Light Angel cards would like to say to you as well, Aquarius. What would the Light Angels like to say to Aquarius? Okay, literally light. You've got the card of light, Aquarius. And it is saying light illuminates darkness and gloom, which is what I was kind of picking up with this energy here, with this little sun peeking through all the darkness and the gloom here. Like you're trying to be that light. Ask the angels, light illuminates darkness and gloom, bringing hope and inspiration. Ask the angels to fill you with more light, for it contains spiritual information and knowledge. These are keys to the universe and bring love, which was that card that I've had earlier on, the 9 of, was that on the bottom? Yep, there we go. This card here, the key that she holds. Keys to the universe. These are the keys to the universe and bring love and peace, as well as unlocking the wisdom within you, which could also have something to do with this card here, because when you become a mother, it can be like joining an ancient kind of cult. I hate to use the word cult, but it is that kind of thing. It's like you become different, you change, because you're now part of a kind of a circle of women that have all been there and done it before. As your light becomes stronger and clearer, you will find clarity and purpose. You will radiate brightly and become a beacon, reminding others of the divine help available. Angel wisdom suggests you ask the angels to ignite and strengthen the divine flame within you. And your affirmation is, I am a light. So Aquarius, I'm going to leave this reading here and say I hope it has been of some benefit to you. Like I said, you may want to check out the other readings that kind of connect, I feel, with this reading somehow as well. Either the Capricorn reading or the Sagittarius reading. Sagittarius reading is already up, the Capricorn reading is uploading. And also, if you have liked my reading and if it has been of benefit to you, please could you thumbs it up and like it for me, because it helps get it out onto the bigger YouTube world stage where more people can see it, because it gets picked up by the algorithms and it gets taken out further. Therefore more people see it and can come back to my channel, and hopefully they will subscribe to my channel as well. And before I forget, thank you very much to all of you who have subscribed to my channel previously, and to those of you who have just recently subscribed. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate it. It really helps to grow my channel, which is what I am aiming to do at this time. My messages are sometimes they just are things that I have no idea of what is going to be said. So hopefully this isn't going to be too controversial. Hopefully it's not going to upset too many Aquarians out there. Please could you also tap the bell for my my future videos, the videos that I will be putting out there in the future. I do new moon, I do full moons, and I also do like changing astrological signs as well. If they're like big energies, I will also follow up on them as well and do readings for them. So all that's left to say is please share. Before I forget, please share, because there may also be somebody out there who could benefit from this. And if you feel that there is somebody who you know who's going through this and could find some benefit within this reading, please share it with them. And lastly, Aquarius, I'm going to wish you all the best, and take care of yourself, and also take care of anybody else around you who you can do so for at this time. Hopefully see you again soon.